friends, and welcome to my channel, DK's Garden Oasis. I am Debbie, gardening in Zone 5B, inspiring you to bloom, grow, and conserve in your garden. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you my seedling updates. I have a few cool flowers left in my grow room and my warm season annuals that it's a little too soon to plant those, but I will be showing you an update of those, and also my dahlias that I pre-sprouted and would like to take cuttings of today, and I'll show you today how I'll be doing that. Make sure you stay till the end where I share a helpful garden tip planting your lettuces, spinach, and peas. Well, we're officially past our annual last frost in Zone 5B, which was April 25th, but the weather here has been up and down as far as weather. Mother Nature doesn't know whether it's winter or spring. We could have 60s, 70s one day, and then we go down to the 40s and 50s and have snow or a light frost. Last night we did get a frost warning, and my ranunculus are not looking that great. I hope they recover. The anemones look okay. But again, as a gardener, you trial and error, and we all learn from our gardening experiences. So I will let you know how that goes this year. And next year for sure, I want to put hoops up and then a frost cloth so that it will protect them, and so I have better success. So each year I'm learning along with all of you. So last night we had a frost warning, and I hope the Lysianthus that I just planted this week survived. I planted them. I have 2 rows of about 100 feet by 4 feet, I would say, and here's a picture of that. So as I planted them, I had a whole car full load, and when I finished, it looked like I barely used a portion of that row. So I have lots of room to plant, which I'm super excited about. And one row I am going to be planting my cool flowers, and at the end I'll be putting sunflowers, and the other row will be warm season annuals. So my zinnias, celosia, sunflowers, cosmos, things like that. And then in my cool flowers, I have my Lysianthus, snapdragons, bells of Ireland stock, and some fillers along with that. I'm hoping next week to get out to my raised beds in a community garden. I have 2 of them. I would like to plant my lettuces, spinach, and peas. Hopefully next week they will open up and I will be able to start planting those lettuces. So today I wanted to show you my seedling updates and also my dahlias. I will link that video above where I planted the dahlias, pre-sprouted them, and all but a couple have pre-sprouted, and the ones that haven't pre-sprouted did look like they probably didn't have an eye on them, but I have plenty in the Ziploc bags that I have, so I'm going to start round 2 of these. And today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing cuttings so that I can share with my community at the farmers market in about a month. It's coming up. This was very easy to do. So if you would like to pre-sprout, all you need is a pot, soil, and of course your tubers. I did get my new order this year from Swan Island, and it's cut flower bouquet, and when I plant that, I will share that with you along with all of my tubers from last year. So make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell for that future video. So now let's go down to my crowded grow room and see what I have growing right now. Okay, we are down in my grow room, my packed grow room. Right now the top shelf doesn't have a lot on there because I'm going to be putting up the dahlias there today. But on the very top I have some tomatoes, and these are my peppers that I need to put in bigger pots. A lot of this stuff needs to go in bigger pots. It's just, I'm running out of daytime hours to do this, so it will get done. And here are some stock and status, and I have some herbs that I will show you in a few minutes that I started to repot. Here are some more cool season annuals that I need to repot as well. Here's my cucumbers. Some more cool flowers that I need to pot up. These are my onions and my strawberries. More flowers. These are my warm season flowers, so these will be okay for a little bit longer, as well as these. So those are doing good. I will show you on the bottom shelf a little closer what I'm doing with those. Here is some tomatoes that I'm growing. I decided to try these to pop them up so they were pretty big, and so I needed something a little deeper. The only problem is they will tip over, so you have to be very careful with this tray and these particular containers. So let's go over to the other side and see what I have there. On this shelf I have some eucalyptus that I need to also repot. I have lots of yarrow, and I have some straw flowers, and this is some more snaps, and these are some natives down here along with some eucalyptus, more straw flowers, and more tomatoes. And then over here, these are what's going to be planted in my cut flower garden. Some status, some zinnias, some stock, and that's all of these shelves. So these will be going out as soon as I finish planting my cool season annuals. I believe these are my zinnias. They're growing great. And some cilantro, and more snaps down there where the fan is, and then a little bit more tomatoes. So let me show you what I'm doing with my herbs and how I'm repotting those, and I'll show you my dahlias as well. Okay, so these are my dahlias that I'm going to be cutting today. I'm going to do a few a day because I have a lot of other things that I need to do. So before we do that, I just wanted to show you what I have for my herbs, what I'm going to be using. So I have this little grow bag, and I'm going to be putting some soil and some herbs in it. I have not done it yet, but I just wanted to show you, and I'll link all of these items in the description box below my video. So I'm going to be putting some herbs in this and selling at my farmer's market. That's one thing. And I also got these from Botanical Interests, and I'm curious how these are going to hold up to me watering them. I'm not going to dose them. It does say to get them really wet before you transplant, and you probably can't see this, but there's a perforated line right here. And so you could just, break that open, and then you should be able to slide the plant right out. So that's kind of good. And I do like the fact that you can write right on here what it is. So these I will be planting my herbs. I was going to do my tomatoes, but they are way too big. So these will be my herbs, and maybe some smaller flowers I will be putting in these. Then I'm going to be doing something a little bit more decorative, and I'm going to be planting in these containers herbs, and a lot of people like to put them on their windowsill, so I'll be doing some, oregano, basil, thyme, rosemary in these, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what I'm going to be also planting, herbs, and maybe a few smaller flowers as well. I'm not sure, but for sure the herbs. And this is again what that Botanical Interest looks like. This is how I bought them. They come in they're 3-inch, and there was 3 of them in this box. So I bought quite a few because I thought I was going to plant everything in them, but that's okay. I will use them up. And then I'm also going to be using this I'm going to be selling this at my farmer's market. I'm going to only do a few to see how it goes because these are going to be a little bit more expensive. So these I'm going to put multiple herbs in it. Maybe one I'll do all basil, and then I will show you how I'm doing some of the other ones. and then maybe I'll do one as a flower. Again, I haven't decided yet, but this is what I'm going to be planting my herbs in. This is what it looks like. This is what I did yesterday. So I have rosemary, thyme, basil, and this is a compact basil and more towards the center, and then oregano. So I will be selling these at my farmer's market. These are what those botanical interests look like. So I planted up all of these herbs in here, and these are what the little planters look like as well, planting up herbs. So this is what, again, I'm going to be selling. Most of these terracotta color pots I'm going to be selling at my farmer's market. See how they do. And right now I just have them under light, and my farmer's market is not until about 6 weeks, I believe it is. So they have time to grow on. Now I'm going to show you what I did a little bit earlier, because it says maybe, I don't know if you know, but dahlias are hollow. So it's like a little tube. And again, I'm not sure if you could see that, but I wanted it to soak up a lot of water. And so I did a couple ahead of time. And this one happens to be from Floret. And then this one, Copper Blaze. And this was from a tuber. This was from this one right here. And I'll link a picture of that one. This one will be exactly like the tuber. So I'm going to put this, you'll see in a minute how I'm going to be planting this. But right now I'm just going to keep it in the water. And I'm going to demonstrate cutting them with these two. I have Japanese Bishop and I have Blue Bayou. Again, I'm going to be doing maybe 4 at a time every day just to get through all of my dahlias. It's going to take me a while. And so what I'm going to use is I got these, they're little 6-packs, and these will be perfect for my purposes. So I have these 6-packs. I bought, and I've seen a lot of people use these online. It's called Riot. And I will show you what this looks like. And these are just, they're a little damp right now. And then you put the cutting into this. You put a humidity dome over it. I might miss them just a tiny bit. They say not to use a lot of water. So it says it will sprout in about 10 to 14 days. So I'm hoping that works. And then I'm hoping to also sell these at the farmer's market or after the farmer's market as well. So I will be using these. And then I'm also online on Amazon. I saw a lot of people use a straight razor blade to cut those, and I'll show you on these how I do that. And then I saw a couple people use different products, so I'm going to try both. And one is Clonex, and it's more like a gel. And this I use all the time when I plant all of my flowers along with Biotone. And this is rooting hormone as well. So I'll put a little bit in each of these. And then what I will be doing is I'll use this blue tape to label it and put it on the sides so I know which one is which. So let's get started with that. So first we'll do the rooting. I'm not going to cut them. I'm going to put a little bit in here. I'm just going to use a little bit of that. And they say not to push it because you will break this. So what you put it, I'm going to show you a little bit closer here. So you just take the bottom of the dahlia cutting and you rub it in the bottom of that. So it will make roots from here. And then I'm going to take my Root Riot and gently put it into, oh, there it goes, the Root Riot. And I'm just not going to force it. This is it. And from there, I'm going to just put it in my little 6-pack. And so then I'm going to show you again with the Floret seed. I definitely have to cut this one shorter. This one I'm going to try in the rooting powder. Again, both should work, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is a little powder. So I'm going to take this, put it in my rooting powder, and then I'm going to take my Riot and gently put it into the Riot. Oh, and see, I did break it. You got to be very careful. So I'm going to try to cut that off and try to do it again. Maybe I can get that in there. There we go. I'll try it. And put that in there. So that's Floret and Copper Blaine. So I'm going to put a humidity dome over this. I'm going to put it in a tray, and then in 10 to 14 days, hopefully they start ready. And I will definitely keep you updated. I'm anxious to see if this works. So let me show you how I cut them. And these were the two that I did already. So this one is Japanese Bishop. This one was very pretty. This was like a red flower, and I'll put the picture above. So what you're looking for is you want to cut it close to the tuber, and I hope you can see this. The tuber is right here, so I'm going to cut it right above so that it can start another, and I cut it clean. I don't know if you saw that. And then you do want to remove the bottom leaves, just because you don't want that in the Riot. So I will try again the Clonex and the Riot, and that's it. So I'll do one more. I'll show you another demo, and that will be it for today. I'm gonna continue on with my herbs and do a few more of my dahlias, because right now things are crazy busy. So this one is the Japanese Bishop. This one is called Blue Bayou. So what I'm going to do for this one, take my razor blade. I'm going to move this one out of the way so you can see. And take your razor blade and cut it there. I'm going to take another cutting of this one after we're done here. Just, it says that it will resprout, which I definitely want to do. I just, for demonstration purposes, just want to show you a couple of each. So we want to remove the bottom. We'll also remove these. And I think I'm going to cut it right there. And then I'm going to put this one in the rooting powder. And grab one of my root Riots. This is extremely easy. If this works, this would be awesome. All right, so that's it. So here are my 4 that I'm started a cutting for, and hopefully they sprout and grow roots, and then I will put these in pots and sell these at my farmer's market. And they will grow tubers this year if you plant them this year. It will be perfect time. My farmer's market, the first couple are the first 2 weeks of June, and you could definitely plant them then. And these should be large enough that you could just pop them in the ground. They got a head start already, and they will grow tubers, and they can do the same thing next year. So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Okay, I thought I was going to do only half of them or a couple of them, and I got in the zone and I finished all of them. So I did the whole tray of what I believe is all of my tubers. I'm going to check and see. I have some in plastic bags. I'm going to see if I missed any, and maybe I'll put them in the pots. I only had 2 that did not sprout. Now, I thought I had 3, but 1 is sprouting, so should I have kept it longer? I'm not sure, but I'm going to put it back in a bag and see if we have sprouts in those other 2 that did not. So I'm going to put a humidity dome. I did spray these a little bit, missed them, and I'm putting a humidity dome under light, and I will keep you updated. I hope this video inspired you to grow dahlias, so give it a like and comment below if you grow dahlias and what is your favorite. So next week, like I said, I'm hoping to get out to my community garden raised beds. One of those, I'm going to be planting my lettuces, spinach, and peas. And then also I'm going to be starting my strawberries in my raised bed in my garden. Now here's that timely tip about planting your lettuces, spinach, and peas. Thanks for watching and happy gardening. Bye-bye.